Well, ladies and gentlemen, today we might finally have confirmation of what is going on with the Ben Shapiro-Candace Owens debate. As you all know, I, along with all of y'all, have been waiting here very patiently for this debate to come out, and it has not come out. And many people have noticed and been like, "Hey, what's going on? Why is this debate not out yet? I thought it was supposed to happen by now." But Glenn Greenwald posted a tweet this morning that might actually explain what's been going on over there. And his tweet is basically a link to his article. And his article is titled, "As the Daily Wire publicly negotiated a debate with Candace Owens, it secretly sought and obtained a gag order against her." And if that is true, then, oh my goodness, this Daily Wire Candace Owens Ben Shapiro debate just went nuclear. So let's get into it. There's a whole article we got right here. On April 5th, Candace Owens publicly invited her former Daily Wire colleague Ben Shapiro to debate about Israel and the current definition of anti-Semitism. It was Owens' criticism of the U.S. financing of Israel and her criticism of Israel's war in Gaza that caused her departure from the Daily Wire 2 weeks earlier. Both Shapiro and Daily Wire CEO Jeremy Boring responded by saying they would like to arrange a debate requested by Owens. That night, Shapiro appeared to accept her offer, writing on X, "Sure, Candace, I texted you on February 29th offering this very thing." The Daily Wire co-founder added, "Let's do it on my show this Monday at 5 p.m. at our studios in Nashville, 90 minutes live streamed." After Owens objected to the formatting and timing, she and Boring exchanged several tweets in which they appeared to be negotiating and then agreeing to the terms and the format for the debate. Owens had suggested the debate be moderated by Joe Rogan or Lex Friedman. Shapiro said he wanted no moderator. They ultimately agreed to the terms, with Boring offering a series of conditions, including a no moderator debate, and with Candace publicly accepting. And if you follow my channel or any channels like my channel, I'm sure you're already well aware of that. I've made lots of videos on this. I even made a whole comprehensive video that covered the entire Shapiro-Owens drama. So go check those videos out if you want some in-depth detail on all of that I just glossed over in the article, or that Glenn Greenwald just glossed over in the article right there. But yeah, that's just to catch you up on what's happened so far, pretty much. Now we're finally to where we are now. 2 weeks later, many readers of both Shapiro and Owens noticed and complained that the debate had not happened on April 24th. Owens addressed those inquiries by explaining that the Daily Wire had yet to propose dates while reiterating her strong desire to ensure the debate happened. But the debate was never going to happen. That is because the Daily Wire, in secret and unbeknownst to its readers, sought a gag order to be placed on Owens after she had called for the debate. They did this under the cover of secrecy before a private arbiter, and they did it at exactly the same time that they were claiming in public that they wanted to debate and were even negotiating the terms with her. Because as you remember, they spent like a whole day negotiating these terms. Over Twitter, I made a couple of videos on that. To this date, the Daily Wire has not informed its readers, seeking to understand why the much anticipated debate had not yet happened, that they sought and obtained a gag order against Owens. When seeking a gag order to be imposed on Owens, the Daily Wire accused her of violating the non-disparagement clause of her agreement with the company. That is just completely baffling to anyone who was paying attention to the whole Shapiro-Owens drama documentation video that I made, or any of the other videos that I made about this entire debacle with Candace Owens and the Daily Wire, because I'm sure, as you all are very, very, very well aware, it was Ben Shapiro who was going on all the talk shows, just running his mouth about Candace Owens. Like, literally, he was on, 5 different talk shows within 2 weeks of firing Candace Owens, and he's talked about Candace Owens' firing on all of those talk shows. Like, come on, Ben. Come on, Daily Wire. This is ridiculous, and anyone with eyes can see it. To substantiate this accusation, the company specifically cited Owens' initial tweet requesting a debate with Shapiro as proof of this disparagement, along with concerns she voiced that Shapiro appeared to be violating the confidentiality agreement between them, publicly maligning Owens' views to explain her departure from the company. While the company claimed before the arbiter that it did not object in principle to a healthy debate, it urged the imposition of a gag order on Owens by claiming that the way she requested the debate constituted disparagement of Shapiro and the site. And that is just completely hilarious because Candace didn't start like going off on Twitter about wanting a debate until Shapiro was out here just blabbing his mouth on all the talk shows about Candace being fired, basically. So, yeah, guys, you're a bit of a hypocrite here. To justify the gag order it wanted, the company also cited various criticisms of the Daily Wire and Shapiro on X that Owens had liked. This, like, liked? Are you serious that she liked? Come on, guys. Like, you can't like tweets without it being used as evidence in court against. Come on. This proceeding took place as part of an exchange of legal threats between the parties after the public agreement to debate about Israel was solidified. Those threats arose from the fact that various Daily Wire executives and hosts in both public and private were castigating Owens as an anti-Semite. On March 22nd, Daily Wire host Andrew Klavan published a 1-hour video that hurled multiple accusations, including anti-Semitism, at Owens. The Daily Wire cited Owens' response to that video, her defense of herself from those multiple accusations, as further proof that she needed to be gagged. Which, like, it's just absolutely ridiculous, because if you saw Andrew Klavan's show, it's an entire hour of Andrew Klavan just talking smack about Candace. And because she responded to it, now you want to gag her? Now you want to shut her up? We're like, oh, Big Daddy Government, please make her shut up and stop telling the truth before all of our viewers find out the type of people that we are and cancel their memberships. Pathetic, guys. Y'all are pathetic. This is ridiculous. This is what tyrants do. This is literally exactly what Shapiro made his career on, defeating these types of people in debate. Like, I thought the Daily Wire was facts don't care about your feelings. I thought the Daily Wire believed in freedom of speech, but now they're trying to gag her because they don't like what she's saying about them. Just ridiculous. The initial tweet from Owens not only requested a debate, but also included a video from the popular comedian Andrew Schultz, who had mocked the Daily Wire for firing Owens over disagreements regarding Israel, and specifically mocked Shapiro for his willingness to debate only undergraduate students. The tweet underneath Owens' original debate request includes a summary of Schultz's mockery of Shapiro, which stated, "Schultz now realizes Ben Shapiro is only good at debating college liberals and can't win debates against serious competition." After the prior restraint hearing sought by the Daily Wire and Shapiro, the arbiter sided with them and against Owens. The arbiter agreed with the Daily Wire that Owens' call to debate Shapiro and her follow-up negotiations of the debate constituted disparagement of the company and Shapiro. The company argued that any further attempt by Owens to debate, as well as her suggesting that the debate would expose the Daily Wire's real priorities, constituted criticisms of the site and of Shapiro. Criticisms that the arbiter concluded Owens was banned from expressing under her contract with the company, which is just absolutely ridiculous because, like, guys, Shapiro broke the NDA first. So you can't be mad. And not only that, how is her calling for a debate publicly on X, how is that disparagement of the company? That doesn't even make sense. Challenging someone to a debate is not disparaging them, okay? If challenging someone to a debate is quote-unquote disparaging them, then you are a petty tyrant because you do not believe in freedom of speech. This is ridiculous. They literally went and gagged her with the courts because they couldn't handle the mean words she was saying. Like, Jesus Christ, Ben Shapiro, I thought facts don't care about your feelings. Not only that, this judge / arbiter that imposed this, like, I can't believe they sided with the Daily Wire. Like, come on. They must have connections or something. The arbiter thus imposed a gag order of prior restraint on Owens. Among other things, the order banned Owens from saying or doing anything in the future that could tarnish or harm the reputation of the Daily Wire and or Ben Shapiro. Given the Daily Wire had argued and the arbiter agreed that Owens' offer to debate Shapiro about Israel and anti-Semitism were themselves disparaging, the Daily Wire has ensured that the debate with Owens that they publicly claimed to want could not, in fact, take place. Any such debate would be a conflict with the gag order they obtained on Owens from expressing any criticisms of their site or Shapiro. When asked for comment to be included on this story, Owens replied, "I wish I could comment on this, but I can't." She added, "Can neither confirm nor deny." Boring said, "Your story is inaccurate to the point of being false. Though he did not specify any single inaccuracy, nor did he deny that the Daily Wire had sought and obtained a gag order on Owens at the same time they were publicly posturing as wanting a debate with her. The confirmation we obtained of all of these facts is indisputable. Boring added, I'm sure you can appreciate how fraught a high-profile breakup like this is. For that reason, we are trying to resolve our issues with Candace privately. And you really are trying to resolve this privately. It's pretty freaking obvious that you're trying to do this behind closed doors, behind everyone's back, after you literally said you wanted to debate her. Why did you agree to debate her if you didn't want to debate her? You just could have said no. Like, you just could have said no, and that would have been that, you know? Like, this looks way worse than just saying no to a debate with Candace. Like, if you just said no to the debate with Candace, then, like, yeah, you'd lose a little bit of respect and a little bit of followers and a little bit of your dignity, but for the most part, you'd be all right. But now, if this is all true, and I have no reason to doubt that it is, Glenn Greenwald is not likely the type of person to just make this entire story up. And on top of that, I mean, you heard the defense of Candace and the defense of Jeremy Boring. Like, not only that, the responses that we got from each of these parties is aligning with the story that Glenn Greenwald is telling as well. So, you know, like when all the coincidences line up and point in one single direction, then at which point do you stop calling them coincidences and you start calling them pieces of evidence? Like, to anyone who's been watching this whole disastrous train wreck from the beginning, like, it's pretty obvious what's going on here. We all know what's happening, and, you know, even Glenn Greenwald figured it out. But yeah, I just lost so much respect for both Shapiro and for Boring for the way that they've handled this entire Candace Owens debacle and debate. Like, this is just absolutely absurd and ridiculous, and a complete, like, slap to the face of what their company is supposed to represent, which is essentially just a slap to the face of all of their customers. Like, I used to have a Daily Wire subscription years ago. I used to enjoy watching, like, them every single day, but, like, dude, I barely catch Matt Walsh and Brett Cooper. That's only every now and then whenever they make something that goes viral, pretty much. And after this has happened, I don't know if I could even listen to another Ben Shapiro episode. Like, I really just want to walk up to him and say, like, why, Ben? Why did you do this? I thought, like, you made your entire career off of being the guy that can debate people and facts don't care about your feelings. And that, like, you know, like, we're going to debate the facts here and free speech and truth matters and all that, but apparently not. Apparently, the Daily Wire does not stand for the very values that made their company as great as it is now. And this is exactly why there are so many people just leaving the Daily Wire in just massive hordes. And I don't blame them, you know? Like, I kind of saw this coming a lot sooner than most people, but then again, I was, you know, subscribed to the Daily Wire a lot earlier than most people. But, I mean, dude, I wasn't even subscribed to the Daily Wire when this happened, and I even feel betrayed that Ben Shapiro and Jeremy Boring handled this situation like this with Candace, because, man, when this gag order is up on her, you best believe Candace is going to come out the gate rapid firing, because this is just asinine. This is ridiculous. Like, because basically, if they're saying that her asking Shapiro to debate her on the definition of anti-Semitism and on the current, like, Israel war, then they're literally admitting to everyone through this gag order of Candace Owens that those were the exact reasons why she was fired. Like, this is essentially court documented proof that Candace Owens was fired because of her definition of anti-Semitism and because of her views on the Israel-Palestine war. So I guess there is a silver lining to every cloud, everyone. So, you know, at least now we have confirmation of that. But yeah, guys, I can't believe that this ended this way. I mean, you know, I had a deep sinking feeling in my stomach that this was how it was going to end. But I was hoping and praying that they were going to do the right thing and honor their agreement, because I thought, why would you agree to this if you don't want to do it? You know, like, it just doesn't make sense why they handled it this way. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think or how you would have handled this situation, because this is just crazy to me that, like, this is what the Daily Wire is turned into. Like, I had hoped that they would be better than this, but they've surprised me in how much worse than my expectations they actually were, which is just baffling because, you know, like I was one of their biggest fans back in the day. You know, I still like them. I'll still watch them from time to time, but I don't watch them like I used to, and I won't give them a dollar of my money. Yeah, guys, that's the news for today. So make sure you help me hack that algorithm and get past this YouTube shadow ban by leaving a like on this video, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to follow me on Rumble.